they really don't realize that what these people are talking about is something that they really want themselves. It's something that everyone wants. You know, it's personal freedom to be able to talk and be able to say things. And it's dead straight. It's a real sort of
What
basic
about the
pleasure for everyone.
Beatles?
But it looks
Yeah,
weird from the
it's
outside.
totally love
But
them.
it isn't.
You know,
It's really
you're getting
great,
censored, lad.
straight.
There's your
I
football
remember that
jackets
was exactly what I wanted then, what I want now. You know, which is just to
and
be
your
able to
meal
move
deals.
freely, you know, and do
Nah, the
what you
inbreds
want
then,
to
lad.
do, as long as you don't interfere with other people. If you interfere, okay, then you've got to have rules against you, because you could just go around, you know, doing anything, which might be a bit of a drag for some people. But first of all, then we can have rules against that. But I mean, at least you must be able to do what you want to do without interference. Because, you know, there's nobody who's got any right to tell you not to. Because they're only the same as you. You know, and it's really just, it needs everyone in the world to realise that inside them is the same thing that's inside everyone. Yeah, and that's all there is to it. And there's nobody better than anyone else. So next time you see the word, you know, like sort of any word, any new strange word like psychedelic, you know, drugs, the whole bit, you know, freak out music and all of that, don't immediately take it as that, you know, because your first reaction's got to be one of fear, you know. So if you don't fear it, then you can look at it straight and think, well, you know, psychedelic, now what does it mean? And then somebody might explain, you know. But there is this other point of view where if you don't know anything about it, you can sort of trust that it's probably going to be all right. And it's probably not that bad. Because, like, it's human beings doing it, and you know vaguely what human beings do. And, you know, they're probably going to think of it nearly the same way you would in that situation. And that's true, you know. You can trust to the fact that things are generally not as bad as you make them out to be. Even though everyone is sort of getting on very well in this society we've got, it's a bit too controlled, you know, because you suddenly, you want to go and do something and somebody says, oh, no, subsection B, clause A, you can't do that, you know. And you say, well, why not? Because, you know, I'm a human being and that, and haven't I got my rights? I say, well, yes, but you're not allowed to do that. They say, well, you know, if it doesn't interfere with anyone, it must be okay. And they say, sorry, it still isn't, you know. So people have suddenly, I think a lot of people have twigged that this, they've shut themselves in a bit, you know. They've got all these rules for everything, rules of how to live, how to paint, how to make music. And it's just not true anymore, you know. They don't work, all those rules, because you can't apply them, because it means then that you're assuming that you know it all, you know, and the primitive man, us, and something else, you know, and we don't know it all yet. And so all of this gang of people from International Times, Indica, and the whole scene, you know, is trying to see where we are now, and see what we've got around us, see any mistakes we've made, straighten them out. You know, it's just a straightforward endeavor kind of thing, you know, just to do something other than what's been done before, because what's been done before isn't necessarily the answer. There could be another answer, you know. I really wish the people that look sort of with anger at the weirdos, at the happenings, at the psychedelic freakouts, would, instead of just looking with anger, just look with nothing, with no feeling, you know, be unbiased about it. Because they really don't realize that what these people are talking about is something that they really want themselves. It's something that everyone wants. You know, it's personal freedom to be able to talk and be able to say things. And it's dead straight. It's a real sort of basic pleasure for everyone. But it looks weird from the outside.